About to watch your favorite Hanes shirt neighborhood Jesus go over the dead internet theory and how it's real now. I already know what he's referring to, so let's begin.
I'm sure by now all of you have heard of dead internet theory. I don't think I need to really dive into what it means, but fundamentally, it boils down to the idea that the things and the people that you see or interact with online aren't actually real, it's bots, and upcoming AI. Now, Meta has just publicly announced that they are doing their best to make dead internet theory not just a theory, but the reality. They proudly announced, like it's a Jeff Keighley world premiere, that they will be flooding, really, their platforms with AI generated users that will share AI slop with the humans that are still left in those plagued wastelands. This isn't some wacky conspiracy that some snot-nosed, paint-huffing weirdo cooked up randomly. This is an actual upcoming change that Meta themselves announced. We are getting this fart straight from the butt, the source. I talked about it for quite a while on stream last night. I'll show you some clips of that, but I've been thinking about it a lot ever since because the question kept coming up in stream. Why would they even announce this? What is it for? Like, what are they actually even hoping to achieve through flooding their platform with fake users? Because it is such an odd concept of something to be proud of.
Alright, well, first off, Jeff Keighley is a bot. I mean, come on, what part of this is authentic? At most, I'll grant you, he's probably made out of PVC. And second, for a while, it has been just a theory. A game theory!
I miss him too.
No, that's a real thing now, confirmed by a company that really I hate the most. And I love how they say it like, ta-da! I did that shit. It's unapologetically just making you talk to data. Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird. Why would you be joyed enough to make a public statement like this? Who's in the chain of command that thought that this was a good idea to announce it to the world? Now, don't get me wrong. Transparency is good. It's something Facebook didn't know dick about. And I should know, I used to be a large content creator for them until they fucked me. They are dog shit when it comes, and that's really just being nice. They're dog shit when it comes to transparency. At least over the past several years. They used to actually be, believe it or not, somewhat transparent, because in the way back when you could actually speak to an actual person at the company as a content creator. I know, right? It's weird. It's insane. You think I hallucinated the conversation I had with a Facebook rep? You think I huffed the same shit motherfuckers who think Democrats were punishing the South with hurricanes huffed, or the same people that was like, yeah, Haitians are eating your pets? Like that dumb shit. But no, they actually used to have some level of transparency, believe it or not. But much like my hope for the future, or for people to understand that the Big Bang Theory and Big Mouth are equally unfunny, regardless of both of them being, one is super stupid, one is super smart. Neither is funny, but much.
It clearly runs counter to what the whole idea of social media was supposed to be. A way of connecting to others and experiencing the world through information and content from others. It's social media, but this is becoming more programmed media.
Honestly, I feel more weird that Charlie sounds more surprised by it all. Like, I know jaded, super cynical isn't like a brave or new bold take or anything, but I'm just not surprised. Like, why should anybody at this point? Oh, soulless corporation got a soulless corpo. Shocker. That's why things get so dystopian in shows and video games and movies depicting them. And it's not even just fiction either. Like, real life shows how dystopian corporations can be. Y'all know it. Rich insurance guy doesn't get murked because he was feeding the homeless at the time, now does he? Companies denying care, so you end up coming down with a bad case of deadness, or another bad case of deadness to where you're on the job and your employer makes you continue to work around somebody that has recently died. Pretty dystopian. As the internet's favorite stand-in for Boxy has once said, hell world. As soon as summer hits, I'm already ready to water my crops with Gatorade, sponsored by McDonald's.
So I thought about it some more, and I think I have some more theories on beyond the obvious of like bigger number equal more money, and also being able to control the narrative through just brute forcing a narrative with a bunch of bot accounts that people might not be able to tell if it's AI or actual human beings. I think there are a couple more things that they're hoping to achieve through having the platform be bots. Why would Meta admit to using AI? Well, because these companies view it as a really positive thing. This isn't like some kind of dark secret to them. They're proud about it. So, their vision is drumming up engagement on their platforms through AI accounts. So what they want to do is fill it with AI generated characters. They want to fill it with profiles and bios that will all be sharing AI generated content with its users to the point where people won't know if they're communicating with a person or AI. And they are so out of touch that they view that as a really good thing for their platform.
Yeah, when you have so much money literally in your face, it's hard to see reality. Much like if you're driving around in a heavy foresty area, if there's just too much green, it's hard to see where you're going. You don't even have to learn a lesson. And unlike the health of our planet, fuck it. Green, 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 green. They're gonna feel bad about this by drawing their ass with money. Oh no, what will I do? More money. Zuckerberg said, we getting out of this small 5-story yacht. We moving on up, baby. They're gonna move into a yacht that's the size of a small moon. Or fuck it, he's just gonna make Pluto a yacht at this point.
So we expect the AI to actually over time exist on our platform kind of in the same way that accounts do, according to the vice president. They'll have bios and profile pics, and be able to generate and share content powered by AI on the platform. That's where we see all this going, which is like the worst possible direction for anything to go. So the internet is going to be a wasteland full of bots rather than 50% bots. Nothing changes. No, I mean a lot changes actually. Right now, I've quoted this a lot and I can't even remember the official source anymore. It's been so long, but the last estimates from how much of the internet is occupied by bots versus humans was something like 60% is bots. So you're more likely than not interacting with a complete not real person anytime you're talking to somebody online, and the content you're consuming is coming from something instead of someone.
Yeah, to be fair, I feel like this is already a thing. Is this not already a thing with content farms? I don't know how y'all feel about Mudahar at the moment, but yeah, it's like the majority of the internet is bots, or at least that's one of the places that I got like a nice breakdown from. And I've mentioned it in a video before as far as like me arguing with dipshits on Twitter. A lot of the times I could tell it was a bot because they would offer a disjointed dumbass response. And sure, people offered disjointed dumbass responses, but these were different. Almost like they were given instructions, like very basic instructions to follow. Now, people that I argue with often listen to the same sets of dumbasses online, so they have that NPC behavior, but the bots, you can kind of tell the difference between an actual bot and a person with a bot brain because they're too lazy to look up shit, so they wait for their internet or a talk radio or a TV news daddy dumbasses, sometimes mommies, we're forward thinking here, we're not exclusionary, to tell them how to feel and what to think. But the bots, you can just, I don't know, it's almost like you have like if you talk and argue online as much as my goofy ass has, you develop a sixth sense for it. Like what is an actual bot versus somebody with a bot brain and somebody that can think for themselves. Usually anybody that has like free thinker in their bio, they're probably a bot. Let's be real. They have a bot brain. And if you have free thinker in your bio, yes. I'm talking about your ass.
One idea that I only briefly fondled the sack of was the concept that the AI could also be used as a tool by these platforms to keep people hooked on their drug, keep them trapped on there through fake interactions. So let's take a hopeless loser, for example, someone that is just unlovable. It's a guy who's a Jack Doherty fan. They freak out at fast food workers if they feel their large fries at filled to the brim. They call their own mother a femoid. Just someone that doesn't have anyone in their life. And they go on Instagram. Sure, there's no doubt this homunculus will doom scroll some reels for a little while, but after a period of not getting any interaction with anyone or anything, they'll leave and just go be lonely elsewhere. But now imagine when this rolls out, Meta's going to have all of these AI accounts that are going to be interacting with someone like this. So now you take that same troglodyte and now you have him make a post that instead of getting 0 likes, now gets 20 likes from these seemingly real looking accounts that are all AI. And he'll click on them and he might not know they're AI because they're going to have their own profile pics, they're going to have their own bios, they're going to have their own posts that are not real, but it's going to be convincing enough that it is. So now all of a sudden, this guy who's got nobody has AI that's interacting with him on this Instagram platform, and it's going to make him more likely to stay on there interact and engage with it. So they're going to retain people longer through this program because it'll give someone like this the sense that they're connecting with someone. So they're going to be more likely to want to stick around because now they are getting interaction. They are getting some kind of engagement out of it. This guy isn't going to have anyone naturally talk to him. No breathing human being with a pulse is going to speak to a guy like this. But AI can. I have no doubt these AI accounts will also be DMing users. So you'll have this guy get a message from Phil Cheeseburger that'll say something like, "Brother, I just saw your most recent post. That is so insightful. I never stopped to think about that. You're right. 2D waifus are better than 3D cringe." And now we've got this loser who's now interacting with Phil, who he thinks is a real person. They're talking back and forth. And now you've got this guy on your platform longer through a complete fake connection that has been made thanks to these AI accounts. He's seeing ads from your advertising partners more often because now he's more intertwined with this ecosystem of bots. Like what I'm getting the impression of that Meta is creating is an ecosystem that doesn't need humans on it. It's making a network of AI that hopes to keep humans on there through all of this phony baloney shit. It's so sad. Like, it is so dystopian, and I know that word's lost so much meaning, but this really is a dystopian step. It's craziness. Let's just keep playing around with this for a moment. So this loser now has Phil, and he's got some other AI accounts that are reaching out to him as well. He's got, George Hamhawk that's saying similar things. And over time, as he's like connecting with these AI that he might not even be aware is AI, I imagine that's going to be a thing where people are going to be confused on if they're communicating with someone real or a fake AI account. But over time, these AI accounts will start maybe subtly influencing the way that this loser thinks through AI, drip feeding the narrative that the platform wants the users to be fed. So they can help control, like subtly brainwash people through all of these AI accounts. It is a really fascinating and fucking terrifying concept for a platform that is just going to openly flood its users with AI accounts. Because it's preying on people, like their desire to not be alone. Like, I think, at least with this concept I'm toying with, because again, nobody likes to post something and have 0 people see it, and Meta knows that. And the solution to that problem is to have fake people see it and pretend that people are seeing it. So now they're creating that feeling of, I'm being seen, and then they start connecting with those bots, and it just spirals so out of control, and it is a horrifying future.
All right, so let's go over this. More watch time, more eyeballs, more engagement, more profitable. Got me scared YouTube is really going to be like, that's a good idea. So my anus is a little bit clenched, just a little bit. There are already bots on YouTube, but I don't think it's organized to this degree. I think they're like slightly organized, but if it's going to be backed by a multi-billion-dollar with a B corporation, then yeah, clenched. And another thing, full control of the bots is not a future that I want. I like the idea of bots doing tags, but not engineering people's feelings and education and manipulating their realities in a way like this. And on the narrative manipulation aspect, same as what Elon Musk has done with Twitter. Like, Elon boosts motherfuckers that call brown people inferior, subhuman, and all that fucked up inbred nonsense. After he took over, the racist shit I've seen on Twitter went up by like 1,000%. Like, accounts I don't even follow just posting like fucked up things about women, Jewish people, brown people, anyone non-Mein Führer colored, if you know what I mean. Seriously, bro be hamming it up with like white nationalists and neo-Nazis. I'm not even kidding. And the narrative that's being pushed with him and his bots that are on there, it's not a good one. It's not a healthy one. Matter of fact, not even for Mein Führer color people. Mentally, it's not healthy. It's really bad for you. And then while I'm thinking about it too, people want to fight. Like, I'm guilty, like I said. It's going to make people more engaged by having bots say things that they know someone is going to want to fight with. It goes both ways, like Moist is saying, which Moist is saying is a crazy phrase. Anyways, if someone is a jackass, they can go fight with a bot. If someone is a reasonable person, just say crazy shit, they feel the urge to correct it, and it keeps them engaged. Like, Meta's evil ass knows this already, and it's known this for years. Anger and rage-inducing content keeps people 3 times as engaged. Like, 3 times as engaged in relation to, like, positive stuff. And Charlie made a good point earlier, too, that I may or may not cut out of this just for the sake of time, but isolation is a big issue. It's a bad issue. I've mentioned this in a video before, like, there's a loneliness epidemic, and people need to reach out to someone since they feel or literally may not have anyone to talk to. I had to fight to actually have a small friend group myself. That's how crazy it is. And then preying on people's emotions, like Meta, Facebook, whatever the fuck this evil piece of shit corporation wants to call itself, has already been doing things like that for years. But now it's even more efficient. You can just brainwash people into thinking whatever you want them to think. Again, Twitter already did this over the past year with Elon taking over. Or I'm sorry, Kekis Maximus, or whatever the fuck this dipshit is calling himself now with this midlife crisis ass. And trust me, y'all, I do actually hate Facebook more, but unlike Elon, Zuckerberg is quiet. Because he's so quiet, I think about hating him less, even though I justifiably should hate him more, mathematically should hate him more.
Why would any advertising agency buy into that? I don't know. I actually don't know. Like, to me, you're being very open that you're just going to flood it with AI, fake engagement, thus those new numbers aren't going to translate to more sales for your advertising partners. So to me, it just seems like you're defrauding them, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Fake customers are fake customers. Yeah, but fake customers aren't buying it. AI is not going to be purchasing a waifu statue. Like, it's not going to lead to more sales for their advertising partners, even though the price of their advertisements is going to go up because the engagement numbers have gone up. I thought of it more as fake customers leaving good reviews on stuff so real customers will buy it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's very possible. Instead of paid shills, they could just do AI shills. Which would say...
The value proposition for ad agencies. I mean, it's tough because Elon's Twitter is plagued with bots, and the value has went down since he took over by like 80%. Anyways, now granted, being a racist weasel, tumor, bitch, dipshit doesn't help the value at all. Seems it does the opposite, because I don't want any of my stuff associated with Lex lame-ass Luthor. But if you take that out, rage engagement can be very profitable. Narrative manipulation too. Like let's think about it. Let me think about it. Like having the site's AI accounts source reviews from and stuff to seem transparent, quote unquote, and honest. You can have the AI bots parrot positive reviews they scraped from the internet as far as like about a related product or service or whatever. Have that bot and like a swarm of those bots follow around real users and pump them full of information based off of what their psychographics and demographics say about them. Psychographics being specific stuff that they like different interests. Demographics is going to be stuff like age, race, location, all that good stuff. The ASL, age, sex, location. But your psychographics is more of like, what does this person like to do? What shows do they like to watch? What music do they like to listen to? It's more so like the psychological aspects that make you the current you. And yeah, you can attune them to people that like a particular thing and just like artificially boost reviews about a particular product based off of how much that advertiser is paying or the company is paying to promote that product, service, or whatever. But yeah, the site can connect to these bots to people based off of these descriptors and push content and products and services on them based on what their data says about them. Remember, Facebook can already target people based off of their demographics and interest already. Like they've been able to do that shit for probably over a decade. Now them bots about to chase your ass down. Like pop-ups follow you before ad blocker was a thing. Gonna need that AI bot account blocker. Wait, don't steal that. That's my idea. I patent that shit. Tell me why I turned into Mark Wahlberg's fake Transformers movie, I'm an inventor ass.
Oh man, I'm still gonna patent this shit.
Now scammers no need to operate their own bots, just use AI. That's already happening. AI bots and everything are already very prevalent. I'm sure some of you have already seen them around in like YouTube comment sections. This is just the first company that's just being forthright, letting you know the whole platform is going to be infested. Yep, United Healthcare uses AI to deny claims. I did see that. AI is being utilized in a lot of different sectors right now. The AI topic is one that stretches into every possible discussion because it is technology that will be in every single sector. It's going to be everywhere. There's a lot of people that naysay it and poo-poo on that, like I understand, but you're wrong. AI is going to be used by every corporation in every single industry to some degree. Some worse than others that is going to be using to outright just replace jobs, just do their best to get rid of workers because it's going to be cheaper to not have to pay them and just use AI instead, which is something I and everyone else on the planet has been discussing pretty much fucking daily since this technology's been evolving so rapidly. But now it's not just replacing jobs, it's literally replacing humans on social media platforms. I mean it when I say there is nothing that is safe from AI. Not even just, like, it's faking being a person now. Like, Meta is making a push for AI to just outright replace humans in general on social media. Like, that's not even a job of just shitposting while on the toilet, and yet it's still going to be trying to take that. It's actual insanity.
Well, GG. They about to hit you with the...
And no matter what you wish, no matter where you go, no matter how you squirm, there is nothing you can do to stop it.
And you, for one, can welcome your new chatbot, fake profile, ChatGPT, XYZ, BBC, KY Jelly overlords by hitting that like button and subscribing. That's pretty much it.
See ya.